Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in today. My name is Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. I am coming to you live from Schluntz Gym on the campus of Brookline High School in Brookline, Massachusetts. Here to bring you live coverage of today's high school varsity girls volleyball contest between the visiting Timberwolves of Walpole High School and the hosting Brookline High Warriors. Well, fans, it's been a couple of years since I've had the privilege of covering Brookline High girls volleyball. Couldn't be happier to be back. A little bit of a last-minute operation for this particular match, as initially I was going to cover the boys' soccer team out in Cambridge today, but, well, the torrential downpours just made it a little too risky for my equipment, and so I called a bit of an audible, and I'm here at Schluntz, as I will also be there tomorrow at Winchester when the Warriors play the second of a back-to-back set of matches. So plenty of volleyball action on the horizon on this channel, and fortunately, I'm not alone in giving you this volleyball coverage today. Joining me on the mic is my student broadcaster extraordinaire, who will be my color commentator for today, Brookline High sophomore Sam Lowenstein. Sam, thank you for joining me today.
Thanks for having me on, Jesse. Brookline in this one, they've won 6 straight, 4 of those in 2-0 sweeps, where the other team didn't get any sets.
3-0.
3-0 sweeps, excuse me.
Yeah,
not 2-0. It's 2-0 for varsity.
For
JV.
Yeah,
JV,
exactly.
3-0 for varsity, but Brookline 6-1, Walpole 2-5. This is a game Brookline theoretically should win. Again, you never know, but
absolutely. Well, we always say we don't play these games on paper, we play them on the court. Brookline, as you said, 7-1 with 6 consecutive wins, 4 of those in 3-0 set sweeps. And this Brookline team very highly rated. They were rated number 1 in the past couple of Boston Globe top 20 polls. Of course, the official MIAA power rankings will have their first rankings coming out tomorrow. So we'll see where Brookline ranks that. They project to rank pretty high as the defending state runners-up that went all the way to the finals last year after finishing the 2024 regular season with a strong 15-3 record to finish second in the overall power rankings, marched all the way to the state finals where they unfortunately came up short to number 1 ranked eventual state champion Newton North. But Brookline got some revenge on Newton North earlier this season with a 3-1 victory here at Schluntz. And they're looking to keep the good times rolling here against a Walpole team hovering below 500, but, you know, like we always say, can't count out any opponent. With that in mind, let's take a look at the rosters for these two teams coming into today. We'll start. 1 second, just want to readjust the camera a bit, see if I can maybe straighten it just a touch. Yeah, I think that's a little better. Just getting back in the swing of things. Let's go over the roster. We can see Brookline warming up there, so let's start with them. This is the roster for your 2025 Brookline High girls volleyball team. Going in order of jersey number for Brookline, first off, we have a senior, number 2, Emily Ferdinand. Next, we have another senior, number 3, Malia Thompson. A senior, number 4, Josephine Ross. A junior, number 6, Noga Nave. A senior, number 7, Bella Bacon. A junior, number 8, Sadie Chen Gordon. A senior, number 9, Maya Knock. A junior, number 10, Molly Tipton. A junior listed at number 11, but she wears number 1 when playing the libero position, Mia Jones. A sophomore, number 12, Skylar Makaluski. A junior, number 13, Nora Mullen. A senior, number 16, Stasia Budnick. A senior, number 18, Viviana McDonald. A junior, number 20, Marlo Sachs. And a freshman, number 22, Anna Dror. Head coach of the Brookline High girls volleyball team is Caitlin Soboleski. So that is the roster for your 2025 Brookline High varsity girls volleyball team. Now let's quickly go through the roster for the visiting Walpole High Timberwolves. Going in order of jersey number for Walpole, first off we have a sophomore wearing either number 1 or number 22, Mia Lee. Next, a senior, number 2, Kate Jordan. Another senior, number 3, Dory Rizzo. A junior, number 4, Leah Mulligan. A junior, number 6, Katie O'Brien. A senior, number 7, Gabriella Buckley. A junior, number 8, Nora Finn. A senior, number 9, Caitlin Baker. A junior, number 10, Abby Riley. A junior, number 11, Ella Daly. A senior, number 12, Kira Brennan. A senior wearing either number 13 or number 21, Brooke Harrington. A sophomore, number 14, Jillian Bissonette. And a junior, number 15, Maddie McCarthy. Head coach of the Walpole High girls volleyball team is Zach Okolowitz. So those are our two rosters coming into today, and as always, folks, I encourage audience participation either in the live chat here on YouTube, or you can send me an email. You can see my email in the bottom right corner of your screen. This is my first game for Brookline High girls volleyball this year, so if I'm messing up the pronunciation of anyone's names, I encourage you to let me know either in the live chat or an email. And also, I encourage you to let any other Brookline girls volleyball fans know about this stream and send them the link. This stream is unlisted, meaning only people with the exact link can watch it. So if you know of any other Brookline fans, parents, etc., that want to be tuning in to this match, be sure to send them the link so that they can find it too. Team's about to get this one started. This my first volleyball coverage since covering the Brookline High boys volleyball team's triumph in the 2025 state championship against Needham back in June. So just as a quick refresher, if there's anybody new to watching volleyball, we play best of 5 sets here at the varsity level, which means the first to 3 sets wins the match. Sets themselves are first 25 points, but you have to win by a margin of at least 2 points in order to win a set. You cannot win 25 to 24. And then if we finish 4 sets tied at 2 apiece, we go to a do-or-die 5th set. That will be first to 15 win by 2 rather than first to 25. So that just as a quick refresher, as we will soon be getting this first set underway.
Well, Jesse, Brookline, they've looked very strong so far this season. They're going to have to keep that up. And this is one of those games that when you look at the schedule for the Warriors, they have to win.
Absolutely. I mean, when you're trying to compete for a championship the way Brookline is, coming off their runner-up finish, I feel like every match is a must-win.
And it's amazing to look at it. Last year, the Brookline boys team, the boys volleyball team winning it. Now the girls are #1 ranked according to the Boston Globe. It's
2025 does appear to be the year of Brookline volleyball, and the girls hoping they can finish the job the way the boys did back in June when they start making their march through the playoffs come November.
And the girls team has always been pretty good, but they haven't reached this level quite yet. Last year they were very good, but...
Yeah, last year very good. Second in the power rankings, second in the tournament. But they're hoping to get that last push move, that last rung up the ladder to state champions. But can't be thinking too far ahead. You got to look at the match in front of you as the teams come out for this one. Amongst Brookline's starters, we see their libero, number 1, Mia Jones. We see Emily Ferdinand, Malia Thompson, Molly Tipton, and Bella Bacon, and one more I'm just struggling to see from the side. Walpole will be the first to serve, and here we go. The serve is taken by Ferdinand, bumped up by Tipton, and bumped over by number 13, Nora Mullen. Walpole sending it over on 2, sent back on 1 by Bacon. Walpole sets up again. The spike deflected, chased down by Ferdinand, bumped up by Mullen, ricocheting off the ceiling, and Bacon cannot save it, and the Timberwolves will get the first point of the match.
That's just a chaotic play on Brookline's part, and when you look back at it, that's why it's so important to get 2 hands under the ball rather than 1.
Chaos from the ceiling on that first play, as number 12, Kira Brennan, setting up to serve for the Timberwolves. Serve received by Ferdinand, set by Mullen. A spike from Tipton, sails long, no deflection. So Brookline starting off with a couple of erroneous plays as Walpole goes up 2-0. Brennan back on serve for Walpole. This one up and over, received by Jones, set by Mullen. Tipton swings again, and it's barely dug out, but they can't follow it up as Molly Tipton will collect the first kill of the match.
Tipton hitting a long shot, and that play was set up by the good setter play by the Warriors. And now an opportunity with their first serving of the game.
That first assist goes to the setter, Nora Mullen. Bella Bacon sending a serve up and over. It's received by Walpole's libero, and again, they cannot follow it up. Not fully an ace there, but still some strong serving as the libero, number 21, Brooke Harrington, tried to receive it, but past couple of hits, they haven't been able to follow up Harrington's hits. Bacon's serve up and over. Walpole setting it up in the middle. They go for a roll shot and sail it too far. That was number 10, Abby Riley, trying to send it over. Tried to see if she could rainbow it over the blockers, went too far.
That's the thing, she tried to rainbow it, but rather than setting it over, she opted for the full hit.
Bacon sending it over. It's received, set up, and the spike blocked but recovered. Followed up by number 12, Kira Brennan, sent over. Received by Tipton, set by Mullen. Now Ferdinand tries her hand and sends it straight down the line for her first kill.
There, Ferdinand, such a pretty play right in the perfect spot for the hit.
Emily Ferdinand, who will be playing volleyball at Conn College next year, picks up her first kill of the match. Nora Mullen, her second assist. Bacon serve up and over. Received, bumped up by Brennan, and the spike is blocked. That was either Ferdinand or Thompson. Let's take a look at the replay.
On that play, it came awkwardly off the hand of Mia Lee. So now the game coming back on.
And this serve, chased down, and they cannot get it over on 3 hits. Strong serving again from Brookline as they bump their lead up to 6-2. I'm going to give that previous block to Ferdinand on that play, just from what I saw, and I'm guessing off the replay. Bacon back on serve, 6 unanswered points for the Warriors. Diving dig, cannot be chased down. Call it an ace for Bella Bacon.
Walpole struggled on these digs. Looking back a couple plays, Mia Lee, she was unable to handle it well, and it's not like the serve was far away from her. It was right at her, but it came awkwardly off her fingertips.
This serve, received, bumped up, and the spike over from, I believe, Riley, taken by Bacon, set by Mullen. Spike tipped in, dug out by Harrington, followed up by Brennan. Riley, the roll shot, and again, sails it too far.
And that's such a smart play, Jesse, by Bella Bacon of Brookline, watching it go, not getting over anxious, and letting it fall out of bounds.
And now Bacon back on serve off the fingertips of Katie O'Brien. That's a second ace for Bella Bacon as a timeout is called by Walpole.
Jess, that's another example as it comes off the hands of O'Brien of plays that Walpole could be able to make. They're just unable to make them. See a difference in fundamentals, Brookline doing better than Walpole.
Bella Bacon consistent on the serves. 9 unanswered points for Brookline after surrendering the first 2 on errors. Those include 2 service aces from Bella Bacon, 1 kill and 1 block from Emily Ferdinand, 1 kill from Molly Tipton, and 2 assists from Nora Mullen. And a couple of these players coming from some pretty big volleyball families. Of course, Nora Mullen, the younger sister of former Brookline setter Charlotte Mullen. Bella Bacon, the younger sister of a couple of former Brookline players. Of course, one of them being Andrew Bacon, a member of the 2025 state champion boys volleyball team. So a lot of strong volleyball blood on this Brookline squad. Setting back up on the serve is Bacon out of the timeout. This one received by Brennan, chased down by O'Brien, bumped into the net by Riley. They just cannot string all 3 hits together, and it starts with the serve the serve receive just going the wrong way, Sam.
Exactly, these serve receives have proved to be a major problem for Walpole as of the early game.
Serve received by Brennan, bumped over on 2 by Riley, taken by Bacon, set by Mullen, spike tipped and deflected, and taken by Harrington. Set by Brennan and bumped over there, received by Jones, and they cannot follow it up as that erroneous hit. Not entirely sure if we get, I don't think we give a kill on that one though, a little close, but Kate Jordan forced to just bump that one over, it just ends up working. Harrington on serve off the net court, diving dig by Bacon, followed up by Jones, tapped over by Mullen, received by Jordan, set by Brennan. Riley taps it over, chased down by Mullen, bumped up by Jones. Ferdinand spikes it into the net, and again back-to-back errors from the Warriors as the Walpole Timberwolves cut the lead down to 6.
Well, on that play, even though Walpole got the point, good blocking from Molly Tipton and Malaya Thompson.
This serve received by Jones, set by Mullen, and a hard spike from Emily Ferdinand. No miss on that one, her second kill.
And this time it works out for Brookline, just orchestrated perfectly, an effortless exchange for the Warriors.
Yeah, when it goes smooth like that, it just looks so easy. Second kill for Ferdinand, 3rd assist for Mullen. Jones on serve for the Warriors. Received by Harrington. Bumped up by Riley, bumped over by Jordan, received by Tipton, set by Mullen. Tipton sends it cross court, missed it wide. Threaded the needle between defenders, but just missed outside the sideline.
Well, there for Walpole, sort of soft blocking in a way, forced Tipton to try to hit it to the outside, and she hit it too far out.
The serve. Received by Bacon, set by Mullen. Tipton again, and instant redemption. Gets her second kill on that one right through the blocker's hands.
And you just see a size advantage up front between the two teams. Brookline much taller than Walpole, especially up front. And that's proved to be a difference.
4 assists for Mullen, 2 kills for Tipton. Serve dug out by Jordan, followed up and bumped over by Riley, received by Jones, set by Mullen. Spike out of the middle by Stasia Budnick, but it's dug out by Brennan. But the spike from O'Brien is whiffed, and Brookline will get the point.
Well, O'Brien had a decent opportunity there, Jesse, but still a bit of a long shot. Definitely a shot she could hit over on the spike.
Tipton's serve taken by Harrington, set by Brennan. O'Brien taps it over, chased down by Jones, set by Mullen. From the back, it is Bacon, and it could not be followed up off the ceiling as Bella Bacon picks up her first kill.
And that's not the most overly illustrative kill you're going to see, but Bella Bacon gets it done there, forcing the Walpole defense to get confused.
Harrington with the second hit. O'Brien's hit is good for a kill. 14-6 now.
And in this one, Brookline's controlled it, but Walpole not going down without a fight. I've had little moments like that here and there where they've gotten good spikes off.
First kill of the match for Walpole from Katie O'Brien, assisted by Brooke Harrington. Before that, Bella Bacon picked up her first kill as Nora Mullen got her 5th assist of the match so far. Bit of a pause to make sure everything is right and proper there, I guess. Jordan serves straight into the net, and it goes straight back to Brookline with a 9-point lead.
Now Emily Ferdinand up to serve for the Warriors. They've controlled this first set after going down 2-0 at the beginning.
Ferdinand's serve, received by Harrington, chased down by Jordan. Roll shot there, received by Bacon, set by Mullen. Budnick, the spike, dug out there, and could not be followed up around the net after the first hit from Riley. Just a little too close on that one.
Well, Walpole, after every possession exchange, they've been switching around their players up front. It hasn't really made a difference who's been spiking for their team.
Ferdinand's serve, received by Harrington, bumped up by Jordan, and missed into the net by Leah Mulligan. Another point for the Warriors as they lead by more than 10 now.
And their Jordan going up against Budnick, such a height difference. Really nothing she could do besides set it over.
Ferdinand's serve taken on, sent over on one, received by Bacon, set by Mullen. Bacon taps it, taken by Jordan, set by Harrington. O'Brien the spike, dug out by Jones, followed up by Tipton. Long spike, Ferdinand, they chase it down. Oh, that might have been a mistake to touch that one. Close to the back line, but Ferdinand will get the kill as it goes off the receiver's hands.
Definitely, that's a really interesting play, the libero there, going back for it, even though it looked like it was out of play.
And now a serve into the net from Ferdinand, and so it'll be 18-7 now. Ferdinand picked up her 3rd kill on the previous play, while Molly Tipton picking up her first assist, the first non-setter assist, as we got some subs checking in on both sides. This serve, dug out by Tipton, bumped up by Jones. Bacon winds and fires. It's followed up a couple of times, bumped so close, but Mulligan didn't have enough to get that one over. Not a full kill, but still an offensive point generated there, as we got Malia Thompson subbing back in, and then appears to be subbing back out for Anna Dror, who's in the game for the first time. Before that, number 20 Marlo Sachs had subbed in for Brookline along that back line. Stasia Budnick lining up to serve for the Warriors. They lead 19-7. All right, here we go. Serve is received by O'Brien, bumped up by Jordan, sent over by Caitlin Baker, received by Sachs, set by Mullen, tap over by Dror, chased down by O'Brien, followed up by Baker, tap over is received and sent over on 2 by Nora Mullen. Great improvisation for the on-2 kill.
And that's one of the main differences between Brookline and Walpole in this game, and probably a big difference for the record discrepancy as well. Brookline, when they get a difficult exchange like that, they're able to make something out of it. Walpole disorganized on defense, and the Warriors getting the point.
Nora Mullen picks up her first kill of the day, and that's now 2 assists for Molly Tipton. And boy, you can really tell, like you were saying, Sam, the quality of a team by how they're able to adjust to what the point gives them. And Nora Mullen, absolutely perfect adjustment that time.
Did an amazing job there. She turned around, hit it with the side of her hand.
Yeah, flipped her hand around from an intended pass to a hit over, got the point. Serve received by Harrington, set by Jordan, sent over cross court, taken by Sachs, set by Mullen. Swing from Tipton is dug out by Jordan. A bit of confusion, and that's going to lead to a Brookline point off another error, as number 14, Jillian Bissonette, was not ready for that hit to come in her vicinity.
Well, we just talked about what the two teams have been doing in tough situations. That was not a tough situation. That's just an unforced error against Walpole.
Budnick's serve cannot be dug out. That'll be an ace for the senior.
That's a great serve by Budnick. Low and to the left side of the receiver. She's unable to adjust. Brookline 3 points away from winning the set.
This serve is received by O'Brien, followed up by Harrington, pushed over by Bissonnette, and Brookline caught watching as Bissonnette picks up her first kill. I believe that was Harrington getting the assist, her second.
And that one's a perfect example of you have to call for the ball.
This serve received a bit awkwardly. It goes over on one. Walpole a little confused, but they send it over, and it's a kill from Abby Riley off the assist from Bissonnette.
There, Marlo Sachs trying to dive out to her right for it. Almost got her right arm under the ball.
Serve is received by Sachs, set by Mullen. Bacon, the hard spike. Beautiful placement along that back line, putting it where the defense wasn't.
There, Jesse, Walpole's whole defensive left side was playing up, ready for after the libero could have gotten to it, but as a result, she was left all alone on an island, unable to get to it.
His serve barely dug out, followed up by Jordan, pushed over by Harrington, chased down by Jones off the net. It's kept alive by Mullen, sent over by Bacon, dug out by Harrington, set by Jordan, tap by Bissonnette, diving dig by Mullen, and a tap over by Dror. Boy, you talk about getting the point by the skin of your teeth. It's the freshman Anna Dror reaching up and getting her fingertips on it. Serving for the set here. Oh, a bit of confusion. Can they get it over? They cannot. And Brookline will take the first set in stride, 25-9.
Well, Jesse, confusion is a great way to describe the first half for the first set for Walpole. As they've had a lot of unforced errors, a lot of difficult exchanges when the ball doesn't exactly go their way. And a big difference in this set is when that's happened to Brookline, they've been able to adjust and still get the point.
All right, one set in. Brookline leading 1-0. We're going to take a break and briefly mute our mics and run a YouTube ad break, but we will be back, right back with the second set. Stay tuned. Hello again, back on the mic. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan alongside Sam Lowenstein here to bring you the second set of this high school varsity girls volleyball match between the hosting Brookline High Warriors and the visiting Walpole High Timberwolves. Brookline firmly in control here after cruising to a 25-9 first set win over Walpole. So far things playing out much the way that we kind of expected on paper, but, you know, still plenty of volleyball left to be played. Brookline with a 1-0 lead, and remember, it's the first to 3 sets that wins the match. So if Brookline wins this next one, they will be 1 set away from victory. But if Walpole pulls an upset in this set, then they will tie it up at 1.
And Walpole's had glimpses of promise. The problem for them has been they've been awfully inconsistent. The fundamentals have been a struggle, but when they've shown flashes of talent, they've looked good. They've had a couple blocks of Brookline's attackers, and it's worked out pretty well for them, but overall, it was a dominant first set by Brookline, 25-9.
It'll be Nora Mullen setting up to serve the first point for the Warriors. Up and over from the lefty. It's received by Katie O'Brien, bumped up by Kira Brennan. Brooke Harrington sends the long roll shot. Barely kept alive. Quick hands by Brookline. Sent right back. They set it up for Stasia Budnick. It's dug out, pushed over on 2 by Jordan. Received by Bacon, set by Mullen. High spike from Tipton, dug out, sent over on 1. Taken by Jones, set by Mullen. Emily Ferdinand with the spike. Beautiful placement on a high arcing shot to the back line.
And looking at that play, that's just a nice shot from Emily Ferdinand. Still a strong formation for Walpole with the back 3. Nobody rotated, but it's just in the right spot. A nice hit by Ferdinand.
Ferdinand with a team-high 4 kills. Nora Mullen 8 assists as she sends over another serve. Taken by O'Brien, followed up by Brennan. Harrington, the long roll shot, received by Jones, set by Mullen. Budnick, the quick spike out of the middle. It's dug out by O'Brien, followed up by Jordan, bumped over by Harrington. Received by Bacon, set by Mullen, spike by Tipton. The power shot from the right side as Molly Tipton picks up another kill.
Molly Tipton hitting it right at Kira Brennan, but Brennan unable to react in time with the quick spike. And now it's 2-0 Brookline here in this second set.
That is Tipton's 3rd kill of the match so far, 9 assists for Nora Mullen. The serve received by O'Brien, set by Brennan, sent over up by Mulligan, received by Bacon, set by Mullen, spike Ferdinand, but Walpole's number 8, Nora Finn, accidentally bumped into the net while trying to get into position, and Brookline basically just got a free point there.
And that's a perfect example of the problems that have faced Walpole. Talent-wise, on paper, Brookline's still stronger, but Walpole could be much closer into this one.
Mullen sets it back to Ferdinand, who sends it right down the line for another kill.
And just like that, Walpole makes a mistake. Brookline retains the serve, and then Emily Ferdinand hits it down, and it's 4-0 just like that.
Serve from Mullen, taken by Harrington, set by Brennan. Mulligan taps it over, but misses it wide as Brookline now up 5-0. That previous kill from Ferdinand, her 5th. Mullen, her 10th helper, as she sets back on serve with the team off to a hot start here. Serve dug out by Harrington, followed up by Mulligan and bumped over by Brennan, chased down by Bacon, set by Mullen. Tipton winds and fires, diving dig by Harrington, followed up by Jordan, but Mulligan whiffs on it. And Brookline gets the point off another Walpole error as a timeout is called.
On that play, Jesse, Mulligan, she just couldn't get into her approach fast enough. Still had an open opportunity, not a lot of pressure coming from the Brookline Warriors on either of the last 2 possessions.
Yeah,
on the play before, Walpole could have gotten the point, not easily, but it was definitely feasible. And on that one, Mulligan just mistiming the hit.
again, we were talking about it last set. Sometimes, when a team has really developed their talent and their experience, you see how they're able to handle things when things don't go in an ideal way. I mean, the point before that, or that last point before the timeout, Walpole sent in a short hit that initially Brookline, it seemed like they weren't sure who was going after it, but Bella Bacon racing in from the back line was able to come in and get it and keep the point going for Brookline to the point, and eventually they got the point. It's just been the major difference. Brookline's had a couple mistakes here and there, but overall they've played a pretty clean game.
And the thing Brookline's done such a great job of is they've turned difficult plays into plays that look easy.
Absolutely. Mullen back on serve out of the timeout, received by Harrington, bumped up by Jordan, punched over by Mulligan, received by Jones, set by Mullen. Ferdinand delays for the tap over, diving dig by Brennan, followed up by Jordan, punched over again, chased down by Bacon, but no one follows it up as Katie O'Brien will get the kill on that one.
O'Brien there just able to get it over. You almost get the sense Walpole conservative in their hits over the net due to Brookline's blocking prowess.
And wiping down some water off of the hardwood here. Not only, are a lot of people's shoes wet because of the rain outside, but also it's humid as anything here in Schlunt's gym, and so that can cause moisture to accumulate. Harrington, the serve, received by Jones, set by Mullen, spike tipped in and sails that one. Just mistimed somewhere between setter and hitter on that jump as it flew off her hand too high.
And that would have smoked by Tipton. Sometimes it feels like when a team doesn't win the last point, they have a sense to try even harder on the next point, and it can disrupt communication.
And another slight disruption as Stasia Budnick misses that one just a hair wide.
That one was close.
It was very close. Harrington's serve dug out by Bacon, set by Mullen, spike tipped in, dug out by Harrington. Oh, but no one follows it up. Erroneous there. I think we can be a little generous and give another kill to Tipton. That is 4 for her, 11 assists for Mullen. I sometimes waffle back and forth when it's touched by one person and then people just forget to follow it up. Ferdinand serve taken by Harrington, set by Brennan. Oh, and a whiff on the swing there from Bissonnette as Brookline gets a free point, 8-3 the lead.
And Brookline cooling off the brief momentum from Walpole there. Again, Jesse, Walpole's had these couple of moments where they've looked really good.
And that's going to be a service ace from Emily Ferdinand. That is her first ace of the day. That one, they watch it, and it does drop on the sideline.
That one curled its way in, Jesse, right on the borderline, but finding its way just inside. Really nice serve from Emily Ferdinand. It made it look like it was going to go out, but just enough curve on it. Actually moved pretty straight. An optical illusion there.
This serve dug out by Harrington, set by Brennan, tapped over by Jordan, and Jordan picks up the kill with a well-placed tap over.
Good play by Jordan there, but one of the big differences between the two teams, that's how Walpole is getting their points with these tap overs, whereas Brookline is able to spike it.
And a serve right into the net from Mulligan. And it goes right back to Brookline as they lead 11-4.
It's Brookline with a substitution now.
That's Anna Dror checking back in, replacing the libero Mia Jones. Stasia Budnick, the serve, received by Jordan, bumped up by Brennan. A hard swing through the blockers. Most powerful kill we've seen so far. That one coming from O'Brien. Katie O'Brien, her third kill. And was that Jordan or Brennan on the assist? I think it was, am I right in saying it was Brennan? I'll say it was Brennan for now. Jordan serve dug out by Ferdinand, followed up by Mullen, and a hard spike cross court. Skylar Makaluski coming off the bench and great body control to avoid the net and send that one cross court for her first kill.
There, Makaleski getting open, but able to adjust. That might be the hardest hit of the game that we've seen, one of the hardest.
We've got a miss by Brookline, makes it 12-6. That is 1 kill for Makaleski, 12 assists for Mullen. As this serve from Bissonnette is received, set by Mullen. Another spike from Makaleski, but this one sails long. Brookline starting to go deep into their bench, as we also see number 4, Josephine Ross, has checked into the game for the first time.
Well, this time Makaleski unable to get her approach done early enough, waiting back a little bit, and that's why you see the arc motion on the ball, pushing it out of play.
And that serve with a bit too much of an arc itself, as Bissonnette misses that one wide. Going on serve for Brookline is Bella Bacon.
And this is the thing, Brookline makes a mistake every now and then, but the status quo is so solid.
This a long spike, and like you said, Sam, there's that status quo. Katie O'Brien trying to build off the momentum of her last spike, but she sails it. Bacon back on serve. Brookline leads by 7. This serve is sent over on 1, sent right back on 1 with the power of Emily Ferdinand.
Ferdinand smashing that one forward. Another one where it's her sheer power that's able to get the kill right past the libero.
Conn College is going to enjoy those powerful spikes starting next year, but for now it's Brookline's to enjoy, as Bacon misses that serve into the net, and it will go back to Walpole. 15-8, the Warriors lead here in set number 2.
Again, the thing with Brookline, they have a missed serve every now and then, but if you look at the scoreboard, it's 15-8. The mistakes they're generally making, it's 1 to every 2 for Walpole.
Mullen sets up for Ferdinand. Diving dig there by O'Brien, bumped over on 2 by Finn, chased down by Jones, bumped up by Mullen. Another spike from Ferdinand, and she will not be denied.
And Emily Ferdinand there, the thing is she has such power, but also such control where she puts the ball when she hits it there. Good positioning, making the libero dive out for it.
7 kills now for Ferdinand. Lucky assist number 13 for Mullen. Jones on serve, and it's received awkwardly, sent over on 2. Oh, but they call a double hit on Nora Finn for that one. She was trying to react to a hard service receive, trying just get that one over, but got called for the double.
There, Finn just brought up her arms too much.
Jones back on serve. Received by Harrington. Bumped up by Jordan. Long roll shot O'Brien. Received by Ross. Bumped up by Mullen. Long spike. Ferdinand is blocked back. Recovered by Budnick. Bumped up by Bacon. Ferdinand tries another spike and sails it long.
And this time Ferdinand a little too powerful per se.
Yeah, it's always tough to get it in the exact right spot when you're forced to have someone other than your setter take that second hit.
Also, she was turning around on that one.
Exactly. Just a less than ideal placement, and they went a little too aggressive when it was less than ideal. Brennan's serve, received by Bacon, set by Mullen. Budnick, the spike out of the middle, sends it off the net cord for a kill.
Budnick, that's not the hardest spike you're going to see, but oh boy, it's still effective. She's able to hit it just across Walpole's front line, discombobulating them, and that's not even the most difficult hit you're going to see if you're Walpole. Still was enough to fake them out.
Stasia Budnick picking up her first kill of the day. 14 assists now for Nora Mullen. This serve, dug out by O'Brien, bumped up by Brennan. Harrington pushed it over, blocked back by Budnick, but recovered, sent over on 1. Received by Tipton, set Ferdinand. The roll shot perfectly placed off the assist from number 8, Sadie Chen Gordon. Her first assist of the day as Ferdinand picks up her 8th kill. This serve into the net from Chen Gordon gives it back to Walpole. I think I've actually lost track of the points a little bit. Is that? Yeah, that's 19-10. I missed one. Moving so fast out here at Schluntz.
It's been an up-tempo game the whole game.
Harrington's serve received by Jones, set by Chen Gordon, tipped in the spike, blocked back, recovered by Jones, bumped up by Chen Gordon, pushed over by Ferdinand, chased down by Mulligan, set by Brennan. Mulligan the spike into the net, and Brookline gets the point as they reach 20.
Mulligan there, just a little late to the ball. We've seen this a lot of times actually. Walpole's front line, they've tried to spike it, but they've been late in their approach, and that's when you see just the total misses, or near total misses.
Marlowe Sachs checking in, sends the serve over, received by Harrington, set by Brennan, tap over by Jordan, received by Tipton, set by Chen Gordon, spike from Makaluski, sails long, no deflection.
That's the second time Makaluski has skied it, but when she's able to control the ball, then you see a result kind of like her first hit, where she bombed it down, getting a kill for Brookline.
Yep. Mulligan the serve, received by Makaluski, set by Chen Gordon. Makaluski the hard spike, blocked back, but recovered by Budnick. Chen Gordon sets for Tipton this time, and Tipton, the precise location, gets the kill off the receiver's arms.
Inside, this time hit very hard again. Brookline controlling this second set. They won the first set 25-9, and while they've done it, they've given playing time to a lot of these players that aren't in the starting lineup, but still very talented.
Makaluski wiping off part of the court as she kind of slipped when trying to reset after her first spike was blocked. Certainly want the players to be as safe as possible. Budnick on serve, Brookline leading by 10. This serve received awkwardly, but kept alive and bumped over. Oh, and that's going to be a kill for O'Brien off the insanity there. Give her the kill, give, I guess, Mulligan the assist, my best guess. 4 kills for Katie O'Brien, and that one was the weirdest.
That may be the weirdest kill we've seen in Walpole's favor this game. We've had a fair share of weird kills, though.
Kate Jordan, the serve right into the net, gives it right back to Brookline as they are now 3 points away from taking this second set.
Walpole struggled purely just serving. They've had a lot more serves into the net than Brookline has in this game.
Tipton sends hers over, and that's going to be an ace. And boy, if that doesn't just spell out the dichotomy between these two teams perfectly. A service error followed up by a service ace, first of the day for Tipton. This serve received, set by Jordan, pushed over by Bissonette, taken by Chen Gordon, set by Jones, tapped over, dug out by Harrington, set by Jordan, and the spike whiffed by O'Brien, and Brookline now has set point.
O'Brien just trying her luck at it, but she's moving off balance from side to side, and it's awfully hard to hit the ball when you're doing that.
Serve by Tipton, taken by Harrington, set by Jordan, tapped over, diving dig by Jones, but they cannot follow it up. As Walpole gets another point there off kind of a desperation hit more than anything.
And you really can't blame Brookline for that play, even though they gave up the point. Nobody in the middle, still a lot of hustle to the center to try to get to it.
Josephine Ross checks back in place of Tipton. Still set point for Brookline. Bissonette's serve, diving dig, followed up by Ross, bumped over by Chen Gordon, received by Jordan, bumped up by Bissonette, bumped over by O'Brien, taken by Ross. Chen Gordon sets, a spike from the middle, is received by Mulligan, followed up, and Mulligan bumps it over. Chased down by Sachs off the ceiling, followed up by Jones, bumped over by Ross. Chased down by Mulligan, set by Jordan, and a spike. Diving dig there by Sachs, followed up by Chen Gordon. Punched over by Ross, taken by Mulligan, followed up by Bissonette. Bumped over by O'Brien, down the line, chased down by Sachs, followed up by Chen Gordon. Close to the net, off the net! And Brookline gets the set!
And somehow Brookline gets the point there.
A wild sequence of events as Sadie Chen Gordon somehow one-ups Walpole on the weird kill factor to pick up her first kill. Marlowe Sachs, a stonewall on defense throughout that rally, picks up the assist, and that will end our second set. Our score at the end of 2, Brookline 2 sets, Walpole none. Brookline 1 set away from taking this match. And now here at the end of 2, we're going to take a break, mute our mics, run a YouTube ad break, and we will be back with the third and possibly final set of this match. Stay tuned. Hello again, everybody. Back on the mic, Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan alongside Sam Lowenstein here at Schluntz Gym on the campus of Brookline High School in Brookline, Massachusetts. Here to bring you the third and possibly final set of this high school varsity girls volleyball match between Brookline and Walpole. Brookline in command so far, having taken the first 2 sets by margins of 25-9 and 25-13. Got to see some of the Brookline backups getting some action in that second set. Players like Skylar Makaluski and Sadie Chen Gordon and Josephine Ross, with Chen Gordon getting a wild final kill to end that second set. Walpole to serve first. It'll be Kira Brennan sending it over. And it's received by Bella Bacon, set by Sadie Chen Gordon. Oh, and the set off the mark there as it could not be followed up. Walpole gets the first point on the error.
Just a bit of miscommunication there in the middle of the court for Brookline.
I think more than miscommunication, that was just a missed hit, it looked like. Just didn't look like it went where she wanted it to. This serve received by Mia Jones. Chen Gordon sets this one. Long roll shot from Emily Ferdinand, diving dig by Harrington. And a battle at the net is won by Malia Thompson. Malia Thompson, the senior, picks up the block as Brookline gets on the board.
And that play shows Brookline's offensive prowess up at the middle.
This one bumped up by Brennan, punched over by Jordan, taken by Jones, set by Chen Gordon, bumped over by Ferdinand, chased down by O'Brien, and she sends it over on one, wide of the net. Free point for Brookline.
There's that one hit over by Walpole, out of play as they got adjusted formationally, but again, Walpole, if they want to win this game, have to start spiking it over.
Brennan sets it up for a spike. They send a long roll shot, kept alive by Bacon, but not enough. She couldn't get both hands on that one, as I think that's going to be another kill for O'Brien. That's her 5th.
And the thing is, Jesse, Walpole Walpole's hits, they don't have to be particularly hard, they just have to be effective. And that one in a perfect position was quite effective.
Harrington's serve taken by Jones, chased down by Chen Gordon. Roll shot Ferdinand, dug out by Brennan, followed up and punched over by, I think, Riley. Chased down by Bacon, set by Chen Gordon. Roll shot Ferdinand, received by Harrington. Bumped up by Brennan. Riley, the roll shot taken by Ferdinand over on one as Emily Ferdinand, with a bit of a defensive kill there, just stretched out her arm and got enough of it to put it in a spot where they couldn't reach it.
And Ferdinand, she's done so well in this game for Brookline. 9 kills, 2 assists, and 1 block for the Warriors. She's done well on a lot of these hard kills, but at the same time, she's able to adjust, as we see there.
Mia Jones now on serve. Brookline up 3-2. Serve is dug out, set by Brennan. Tap over down the line, chased down by Jones. Set by Chen Gordon. The spike is dug out, followed up, barely pushed over by Riley. Taken by Chen Gordon, set by Jones. Tapped over by Viviana McDonald. But again, Walpole keeps it alive. Taken by Chen Gordon, bumped up by Jones, bumped over by Ferdinand, received by Brennan, set by Harrington, bumped over by Riley, chased down by Bacon, set by Chen Gordon. A lefty tap over by Anna Dror, who picks up the kill as she threads the needle between defenders.
Anna Dror now with 2 kills on the evening for Brookline, the lone freshman on the varsity team. And with her left hand too, you don't see that every day.
Yeah, it's just that same improvisational factor we talked about back in the first set. You make the most of what the point gives you. You know, there's an old saying, you got to live with the bounces. And that goes to any sport, really. And Brookline doing a good job living with the bounces they're getting today. Jones the serve, received awkwardly, and that's going to be a service ace for Mia Jones.
Mia Jones, such a versatile player for Brookline. She wears 2 numbers, both 11 and 1, currently at number 1 because she's a libero, but she can also play other positions.
Jones the serve, received by O'Reilly, and a whiff. That one just mistimed by Bissonnette, and Brookline gets the free point.
And there's no way to explain that play. Just another miss hit for Walpole.
There is, I think, what's the key to comedy? Timing.
Timing. That's right.
Serve from Jones, taken by O'Reilly, and missed on the attempted tap over by Brennan. As Brookline gets another free one.
That exchange was more accuracy than timing.
Yeah,
Walpole
I agree.
Really seems like a developing team. They have a lot of potential, but today they've just been fundamentally outmatched by the Warriors.
7-2, another serve from Jones, and that one, bit of an accuracy problem for Jones herself that time as she misses that serve long. 7-3, Brookline leads.
There, Abby Riley ducking away from the ball, actually. Would have hit her in the head probably as it floats out of play.
Serve received by Jones, set by Chen Gordon. Ferdinand slams it off the hands of the blockers for yet another kill.
And that's exactly what you want to do if you're Emily Ferdinand, facing off against 2 blockers, but she's still able to hit it down effectively for the kill for Brookline. Now that's her 10th kill on the evening.
First to double digits from either side, Emily Ferdinand, as she picks up kill number 10. 4 assists now for Sadie Chen Gordon. And we got a substitution, Josephine Ross coming back in for Brookline to serve in place of Viviana McDonald. We got a couple of subs checking in for Walpole. Looks like Mia Lee is now out on the floor for the first time today. Ross the serve. It's taken by Lee. Set by Brennan. The spike gets through from who else but Katie O'Brien. That is her 6th kill. Brennan, her 4th assist.
So now the teams go into different formations, some substitutions for Walpole, and this set has really been more of the same, Jesse. All the sets have thematically been very similar. First set, Brookline dominated. Second, Walpole did a little better.
This serve received by Ross, followed up by Mullen, and a nice spike through by Ferdinand. Despite kind of the desperate nature of that second hit, they still make it work. 11 kills for Ferdinand, 15 helpers for Mullen.
That's a good cross-court set there, and great job by Ferdinand to adjust on the fly.
Serve received by Harrington, set by Jordan. The spike out of the middle sails long off the hand of O'Brien, as Brookline now has 10.
And that's the kind of play that if it's one of the players for Brookline hitting that ball, it probably goes in the field of play.
Ferdinand's serve taken by Harrington, bumped up by Jordan. Bissonnette swings, dig by Ross, set by Mullen. The spike, a diving dig by Harrington, sent over on two by Jordan. Received by Ross, set by Mullen. Ferdinand from the back, they can't block it. Ferdinand with kill number 12.
Emily Ferdinand, that one's just really well hit. She pops out from the back line, jumping over the 10-foot line and blasting it for the kill.
Serve dug out, followed up by Harrington, bumped over by Bissonnette, and Bissonnette picks up a kill as Brookline wasn't ready for one right in the middle of the court.
Well, it looked like that was Emily Ferdinand's ball. A bit of miscommunication from the players at her two sides, but Brookline still in control.
That's 2 kills now for Bissonnette, 3 assists for Harrington, as this serve from Bissonnette sails long.
And it's been the same story every set. Brookline did well in the first set. They did a little more modestly in the second, 25-13, but overall, they've dominated this one.
And a drawer, the freshman with the serve, dug out by Harrington, cannot be followed up, and the freshman's got an ace.
And that's the type of thing you like to see. The third kill now for Anna Drawer.
First ace.
First ace. Kills separate from aces.
Yes,
if you
correct.
count kills and aces, that's 3.
Yes, correct. Drawer's serve, it's dug out by Lee, sent over on one, sent back on one by Thompson. Lee sends it back on one again, and it's Nora Mullen putting the last word in.
Just tapping it over there for Brookline as you can see the gates unfolding for Walpole. Brookline living their best life here at Schlunz.
Second kill of the day for Nora Mullen as another serve from Drawer taken by Harrington, set by Jordan, spike by O'Brien, and O'Brien comes through with another kill. That is her 7th, second assist for Kate Jordan. 14-6, the score here in set number 3. O'Brien on serve, into the net.
Some message was just happening.
Am I crazy, or did something just come over the PA? That was weird.
And we have headphones on. It's a little hard to hear.
Yeah, that was one.
Gotta wonder what that is.
Yeah, that felt like it came from the main school building rather than any mics here in the gym. That was weird.
That is weird.
It was announcements for back to school night is what it was, as Sadie Chen Gordon picks up an ace. The second string setter taking advantage of the extra playing time today as she has made her presence known. Now this serve received by Mulligan, bumped up by Jordan. Riley sends a roll shot over, taken by Ferdinand, set by Chen Gordon. Tap is blocked, but Bacon recovers. Chased down by Chen Gordon, but Ferdinand can't get that one over the net.
And this is the kind of thing you love to see, Jesse. Second string players that usually don't get playing time, getting action in the game and also succeeding. What we've seen in this one, we've seen Skylar Makaleski get some playing time, Chen Gordon as well, a lot of other people for the Warriors. And it helps develop the team as a whole. And that's why Brookline is the #1 ranked team right now, is because a couple years ago, a lot of these players were also getting playing time then.
Serve received by Ferdinand, and ugly follow-up there as that one did not go where they wanted. That'll be a free point for Walpole, 16-8.
Brookline's consistently had at least double the score of Walpole. It's felt like, at least.
This serve received by Jones, set by Chen Gordon. Oh, whiffed there as that one seemed to go over the outstretched hands of Malia Thompson. 3 straight errors from the Warriors now as Kira Brennan back on serve for the Timberwolves. This serve and misread. Jones was waffling back and forth between should I receive it or should I let it go? And in the end, it drops in well as Kira Brennan picks up her first service ace.
And that hit had a curveball motion, dipping down.
This serve received by Jones, set by Chen Gordon, and McDonald's can't get it over on the third hit. And, you know, this just shows the work that some of these backups still have to do. There's still a lot of room to grow for them. As we see it, it can be, setter's a very hard position. You know, getting the timing and placement just right. This serve just long, and Brookline gets to go back on serve. And Brookline had enough of a lead that they could kind of afford to have those mistakes. Certainly you don't want them, but they're still pretty comfortably ahead. Bella Bacon off the net cord and sent wide as that'll be an ace for Bella Bacon.
Brookline, the up-tempo game has worked for them. We've talked about how fast Brookline has moved compared to normal.
This serve received by Harrington, followed up by Brennan, bumped over by Riley, taken by Jones, set by Chen Gordon. Thompson, the spike out of the middle. Malia Thompson picks up her first kill of the day.
Brookline, you just talked about it a moment ago. They could afford to make those mistakes, and those are the kind of mistakes that you learn from as they still have a commanding lead.
This serve received, set by Brennan, pushed over by Riley, taken by Jones, set by Chen Gordon. Ferdinand, another powerful swing as she gets lucky kill number 13, and Brookline reaches that 20-point threshold with 3 unanswered points. 6 assists now for Chen Gordon.
Now a small stoppage in play from the referee.
And now setting back up to resume. Bacon's serve taken by Harrington, set by Brennan, punched over and blocked back, kept alive. Did they send it over? I don't think they did. Maybe not enough for a full block there, but still great defense at the net from Ferdinand and Thompson.
And Walpole's been stifled at the front line this game.
Bacon's serve is taken, set by Brennan, punched over, diving dig by Jones, followed up by Chen Gordon, and a spike from Ferdinand is dug out, followed up by Brennan, bumped over once again by Daly, taken by Jones, set by Chen Gordon, and it's Malia Thompson delivering with her second kill.
Well, as Walpole got it over to Ella Daly, she was backed up by Brookline's strong blocking defense, and that totally shifted the momentum of the play.
This serve is an ace from Bella Bacon. Brookline 2 points away from victory.
And the party continues for the Warriors. Still need 2 more points, but it's looking quite good for them at the moment.
4 service aces for Bella Bacon as she sends another serve over, taken by Harrington, followed up by Brennan, pushed over, taken by Bacon, set by Chen Gordon. Ferdinand, the tap over. She can kill you with power and she can kill you with finesse. Mark 14 kills for Emily Ferdinand as Brookline now has match point.
There, Walpole overcommitted so much. They were waiting.
Serve from Bacon is into the net. Sorry about that, Sam, you were saying?
Again, it's the up-tempo. It's the up-tempo that's worked. Can't complain.
Still match point for Brookline with a huge cushion, 24-12 the lead. Harrington the serve, taken by Jones, and that's going to be an ace for Harrington.
Walpole's had these small spurts of offense where they've looked very good. They just haven't been able to sustain it. Match point again.
Still match point. Walpole not going quietly as this serve is taken by Bacon, set by Chen Gordon, and Ferdinand launches it long. A rare mistake from her. Got to be, Brookline's got to make sure they don't get too comfortable, even if they're 1 point away from victory.
Well, there, Ferdinand unable to get her hand down.
This serve from Harrington, dug out by Jones, set by Chen Gordon, and Thompson sends it over, chased down by Harrington, followed up by Brennan. Riley taps it down the line, taken by Chen Gordon, bumped up by Jones. Roll shot Ferdinand, and Emily Ferdinand finishes as Brookline wins the match. The final score as Ferdinand picks up her 15th kill, and Mia Jones, her first assist on the final point. Brookline wins 3-0 with set scores of 25-9, 25-13, and 25-14.
Well, a good game for the Warriors. Consistent sets across the board, 25-9, 25-13, and then 25-14. It really felt like for a lot of the game, Brookline was ahead by Brookline had at least double the points the whole time as Walpole, and then they had small stretches where Walpole was able to get a small amount of points at the end. But overall, this was Brookline's game. Walpole started off the scoring 2-0, and ever since then, Brookline went ahead strongly, and they never looked back. Great performance from Emily Ferdinand, 12 kills, 2 assists, 1 block. She was great on the power. 15 kills,
2 aces.
2 aces.
Yeah, I know you're
assists.
trying to read my stat sheet, and it can be a little confusing because there's 2 stats that start with A.
But that's okay.
Yeah.
Again, it's part of the learning.
Exactly.
But 15 kills, not 10. She had 10 kills earlier in the game, of course. But yeah, 15 kills for Emily Ferdinand. And then Molly Tipton had a good game as well. She had 1 ace, 2 assists. Sadie Chen Gordon.
And 5 kills.
5 kills.
I'll sum up the rest of the stats. Like you said, Ferdinand and Tipton, 2 strong hitters. Nora Mullen, the leading passer with 16 assists and 2 kills. As Sadie Chen Gordon came in the second and third sets, made her presence known with 8 assists, 1 kill, and 1 ace. Bella Bacon, a monster on serve with a team-high 4 aces to go with 2 kills. Mia Jones, mostly on defense, but she got 1 ace and 1 assist. Anna Dror, the freshman, picked up 2 kills and 1 ace. Stasia Budnick with 1 kill and 1 ace. Skylar Makaluski, 1 kill. And Marlo Sachs, 1 assist. And remember, folks, these are unofficial stats that I've just been keeping myself. Might be different from what the team might have. But, we do the best we can to try and keep you guys informed while you're watching. For Walpole, Katie O'Brien leading the way with 7 kills. Kira Brennan with 4 assists and 1 ace. Brooke Harrington, 3 assists and 1 ace. Jillian Bissonette, 2 kills, 1 assist. Kate Jordan, 1 kill, 2 assists. 1 kill from Abby Riley and 1 assist from Leah Mulligan. Brookline picks up their 7th straight win as they improve to 8-1 on the season. Walpole falling to 2-6. And that's going to do it for this broadcast. Thank you all so much for tuning in today. And be sure to tune in tomorrow as we'll be heading out to McCall Middle School in Winchester, Massachusetts for a volleyball doubleheader starting with... Whoa. Sorry, there's a couple people fighting here in the gym. People are trying to break it up. I'm not turning my camera over there. You don't want to see that. But boy, I did not see that coming.
Just hope everything's okay.
Yeah, you don't want to see that. Yeesh. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll have a girls volleyball doubleheader at Winchester, both JV and varsity. It'll be JV first, I think sometime around 4:15 or 4:30 or something like that, and then varsity right after at the same gym. So be on the lookout for those stream links. Be sure to tune in for that. And be sure to check out the description section of this video. You can find a link and phone number for our local charity spotlight, which I'm going to tell you about right now, the Brookline Food Pantry. The Brookline Food Pantry provides groceries to Brookline residents in need of food assistance. The pantry has been serving an average of 600 households and 400 students each week, and they are always looking for more people willing to lend a hand, whether that be through monetary donations, direct food donations, or volunteers in the pantry. Food donations can be made at United Parish at 210 Harvard Street in Coolidge Corner on Wednesdays and Fridays from 9:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Monetary donations can be made online at the Food Pantry's website, brooklinefoodpantry.org. Go online or call 617-800-5339 for more information about how you can volunteer with the pantry and help feed your community. Once again, that's brooklinefoodpantry.org or call 617-800-5339. And once again, all that information is in the description section down below. As well, in the description section, there's some information about me that you can also see in the bottom right corner of your screen. My personal website, jessesports.com, where you can find out more about me, the freelance sports broadcasting services that I provide to various teams, and how you can commission those services for your favorite team. Or if you want to skip past all that, you can email me directly with any questions, requests, or comments that you may have. And I also post highlights here on this YouTube channel, as well as on my social media, as you can see in the bottom right corner of your screen and in the description section, the link to my Instagram and Facebook accounts. So be sure to follow me there. But for now, that's going to do it. Final score, Brookline 3 sets, Walpole 0. Set scores 25-9, 25-13, 25-14. Alongside Sam Lowenstein, I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan here at Schlunt's Gym in Brookline, Massachusetts. Thank you all for watching, and have a good night.